So today, I decided to predict the NBA playoffs based off analytics. Right away, I'm just going to advance the Thunder and Cavaliers to the second round because there's no point of going over those series. Starting out with the Nuggets versus Clippers, and since Kawhi just came back post All-Star break, I'm going to be looking at stats before and after the All-Star break. So the Nuggets have the fourth best offensive rating overall, and then post All-Star break, ninth best. And then the Clippers overall have the 15th best offensive rating, but post All-Star break with Kawhi in the lineup, fourth best. And then defensive rating, Nuggets 21st ranked overall, 23rd ranked post All-Star break. And then Clippers 7th ranked post All-Star break for defensive rating, third overall for the whole entire season. Let's go to rebounding percentage. Denver's actually second. The Clippers are fourth. True shooting percentage, second Denver, ninth Clippers over the whole season for both of those categories. Now let's see who has the edge in terms of the starting five. Plus 11.3 net rating with Murray, Christian Brown, Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, and Nikola Jokic playing. And then for the Kawhi starting five, it's a plus 13.7 net rating. James Harden, Chris Dunn, Norman Powell, Kawhi Leonard, and Big Zoo. Overall, if the Clippers can stay healthy, I believe the numbers are slightly pointing in their direction. The defensive side of the floor is the separating factor. So we got Minnesota versus Los Angeles Lakers next. I'm going to do post All-Star break numbers for everything just because of the Randle injury and, of course, the Luka trade. So post All-Star break, Minnesota had the third best offensive rating. Meanwhile, the Lakers had the 17th best offensive rating. Going to defensive rating, 12th for Minnesota, 17th for the Lakers. Rebounding percentage, 8th for Minnesota, 17th for the Lakers. True shooting percentage, 4th for Minnesota, and 12th for the Lakers. Now, we have the most played lineups in the last 20 games, plus 12.1 net rating for Conley, Edwards, McDaniels, Randle, and Gobert. Meanwhile, for the Lakers, plus 24.2 net rating for Luka, Austin Reeves, Finney Smith, LeBron James, and Hachimura. That lineup has been dominating. But as you can tell, the analytics heavily favor Minnesota, resulting in our first upset of the bracket. So now we got the Rockets versus Warriors. Obviously for the Warriors, just using post All-Star break stats because of the Jimmy Butler trade. So offensive rating, the Rockets were 11th all season, and post All-Star break ranked 12th. The Warriors 7th post All-Star break. Defensive rating, 5th overall for the Rockets and 13th post All-Star break. The Warriors were 1st post All-Star break. Rebounding percentage, the Rockets were 1st all year and post All-Star break. They dominate in that category. The Warriors were 9th post All-Star break. True shooting percentage, the Rockets are 24th all season and 20th post All-Star break. Then you got the Warriors at the 9th best. Now we go to their most played lineup. So the Rockets have two that I'm showcasing. Plus 3.9 net rating, Van Fleet, Green, Brooks, Smith, and Şengün. That was their starting five to start the year. But as you know, Amen Thompson now plays a big role. And that took a little bit to get him consistently in there. So he's not featured in the most played lineup. But their best lineup with Amen Thompson is plus 17.2 net rating. Thompson, Jalen Green, Tari Eason, Dylan Brooks, and Şengün. So keep an eye out for that. And then for the Warriors, plus 18.4 net rating for Curry, Butler, Podziemski, Moody, and Draymond. Surprisingly enough, this is their most played lineup all season long. That just showcases how weird their season was before they got Jimmy Butler. Overall, it pains me to say, but the analytics are pointing towards the Golden State Warriors. I hope it doesn't happen because I love the Houston Rockets. Pacers versus Bucks is crazy. Offensive rating, 9th for the Pacers, 10th for the Bucks. Defensive rating, 14th for the Pacers, 12th for the Bucks. Rebounding percentage, Pacers, 28th, Bucks, 23rd. True shooting percentage, Pacers, 4th, Bucks, 3rd. Most played lineup the last 20 games, using that because of the Dame injury, plus 13.6 net rating, Rollins, Prince, Kuzma, Giannis, and Lopez for the Bucks. Plus 15.3 net rating for the Pacers with Halliburton, Nembhard, Nesmith, Siakam, and Turner. This one was so close, I decided to add another category, the tie-breaking category, aka net rating for post-All-Star break, and we got the Indiana Pacers at 7th and the Milwaukee Bucks at 11th. Considering Dame's health is in the air, I think it's fair that we advance the Pacers. Now we got the Pistons versus the Knicks. I'm going to go post-All-Star break numbers for the Pistons because that's really where they got it together. And then I'm going to go all year for the Knicks because that Brunson injury could tank their stats. So offensive rating, Pistons 10th post-All-Star break, and then the Knicks 5th for the whole season. Defensive rating, 15th for the Pistons post-All-Star break, Knicks 13th overall. Rebounding percentage, Pistons 19th post-All-Star break, Knicks 9th. True shooting percentage, Pistons 14th, Knicks 10th. Moving on to the most played lineups for the Pistons, you got a 5.9 plus net rating for Cade Cunningham, Asar Thompson, Tim Hardaway Jr., Tobias Harris, and Jalen Duren. And then plus 3.1 net rating for Brunson, Bridges, OG Hart, and Karl Anthony Towns. Gotta advance the Knicks because they pretty much dominated. So I'm gonna just advance Boston versus Orlando to save time. The numbers back it up. I do think Orlando is low-key an annoying matchup because they are super physical. Injuries are more likely to occur versus them. Jaylen Brown is kind of banged up. They are significantly tougher than the other play-in teams like Chicago, Atlanta, and Miami, simply because Paulo and Franz Wagner can carry if they get hot. They've been a top 3 defense over the whole entire season despite basically everyone on the roster getting injured. I honestly wouldn't be shocked if Orlando won 1 or maybe even 2 games. This is also a low-key advantage for Cleveland for sure, avoiding the Magic because if healthy, I feel like the Magic would have been a top 6 seed. They truly are a fake 7th seed, and Boston is going to get a good test first round. This is already way tougher than their road to the finals last season. So moving into the next rounds, I'm only going to showcase the stats if it is close. Thunder and Clippers are in fact close. So offensive rating, OKC 3rd overall, and then the Clippers with Kawhi post All-Star break 4th. Defensive rating, 1st overall, Clippers 7th post All-Star break. And then you got rebounding percentage, OKC struggles 19th, Clippers 4th. True shooting percentage, 6th, OKC 9th, Clippers. I will showcase the lineup of the Thunder because I haven't yet. Plus 15.8 net rating with Shea, Cason Wallace, Jalen Williams, Lou Dort, and Isaiah Hartenstein. And then plus 14.4 net rating with Chet replacing Cason Wallace for that double big lineup. And just to freshen your memory, plus 13.7 net rating with Kawhi in the starting lineup for the Clippers. Overall, I think this deserves a tiebreaker, so I'm looking at post All-Star break net rating. The Thunder are 1st, the Clippers are 4th. So clearly this series should be tight in real life if everyone's healthy. But the stats overall indicate that the Thunder should advance. T-Wolves, Warriors, everything post All-Star break. Offensive rating, Minnesota 3rd overall, Warriors 7th. Defensive rating, 12th, Minnesota. 1st for the Warriors. Rebounding percentage, 8th, Minnesota. Warriors 9th. True shooting percentage, 4th, Minnesota. Warriors 9th. It's pretty neck and neck in my opinion, so I'm going overall net rating post All-Star break tiebreaker, and the Warriors are 3rd, just edging out the Minnesota Timberwolves, who are 5th. So for the Western Conference Finals, you got the Oklahoma City Thunder versus the Golden State Warriors. Moving on to the Eastern Conference, the Cavaliers won every single category by far, so immediately we have to advance them. And then Boston versus the Knicks, every category was relatively close. However, the Knicks only won rebounding percentage. The big gap was defense. And also the Knicks' main lineup is far worse than Boston. Therefore, the Celtics advance. Thunder versus Warriors, 3rd overall offensive rating for the Thunder. Warriors 7th post All-Star break. Defensive rating 1st, OKC. 1st for the Warriors post All-Star break. Rebounding percentage 19th for the Thunder. Warriors 9th. You got true shooting 6th, OKC 9th, Warriors. And then the lineups, very close as well. Plus 15.8 net rating for the Thunder. Plus 18.4 net rating for the Warriors' best lineup. I feel like we have to go to the tie-breaking scenario, and we know the result of that because the Oklahoma City Thunder are first in net rating. Moving on to the Cavaliers versus the Boston Celtics. First in offensive rating are the Cavaliers. Boston second. Defensive rating 8th for the Cavaliers, 4th for Boston. Rebounding percentage 12th for Cleveland, 11th for Boston. True shooting percentage 1st for Cleveland and 8th for Boston. Pretty much neck and neck, so I think the lineups mean a lot to me. Plus 12 net rating with Garland, Mitchell, Strus, Mobley, and Allen for Cleveland. Meanwhile, a plus 18.2 net rating for Tatum, White, Holiday, Brown, and Horford. However, if you replace Porzingis with Horford, the Celtics actually have a negative 0.1 net rating with that lineup. Personally, I'm going to need to see the overall net rating. Boston is second and Cleveland is third. This series most likely is going 7 games. And then we got the finals, Boston versus OKC. OKC third in offensive rating, second for Boston. Defensive rating, OKC first, Boston fourth. Rebounding percentage, 19th. 11th, true shooting, 6th to 8th for Boston. What separates it for me and overall will give the answer is the Oklahoma City Thunder have 2 working lineups, plus 15.8 net rating without the double bigs, and then a plus 14.4 net rating with Chet and Isaiah Hartenstein together. Meanwhile, this season, for whatever reason, that Porzingis lineup is lacking. So, based on the analytics, the Oklahoma City Thunder win the championship. But overall, in the Western Conference, there were surprising answers. The Minnesota Timberwolves defeating the Los Angeles Lakers in the first round, and then nearly beating the Warriors. Also, the Los Angeles Clippers going neck and neck with the Thunder. Of course, the headliner, the 7th seed, the Golden State Warriors, making the Western Conference Finals. I think this showcased how close some of these series are going to be. Let me know your thoughts below in the comment section.